Hey y'all, did you know that trauma just doesn't live in your memories? It lives in the brain. My name is Dr. Rebecca Anderson. I am a Christ centered functional mental health counselor and I am a trauma survivor. Now, here's the truth trauma can actually reshape how the brain functions. But here's the hope. The same brain that was changed by trauma can also be healed through neuroplasticity. Today, I want to walk you through what trauma does to the brain, what science says about healing, and how scripture has been pointing to this renewal all along. Let's start with the science. When a person experiences trauma, the brain shifts into survival mode. This isn't a weakness, this is protection. But over time, chronic stress and trauma can physically reshape the key brain regions. First, the amygdala. This is the brain's fear center. After trauma, the amygdala often becomes overactive. This is why people often feel hypervigilant, easily startled, and constantly on edge, even when they are safe. Your brain is trying to prevent future harm. It's scanning for danger all the time. Second, the hippocampus is the area that helps the brain process memory and distinguish between past and present. Trauma can disrupt how our memories are stored. That's why something small can be triggered by a big emotional reaction. Your brain sometimes responds as if the past is still happening now. Third is the prefrontal cortex. This is the part of the brain that is responsible for reasoning, decision making, and emotional regulation. Trauma can reduce activity in this area, which means it becomes harder to calm yourself down, think clearly under stress, or feel in control of your emotions. So, if you've ever wondered, why do I react this way? Why can't I just move on? Or why does my body feel stuck? It's not just emotional, it is neurological. But here's where the hope comes in. The brain is not fixed, it's adaptable. This is called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself. The brain can rewire new experiences, safe relationships, prayer, stillness, therapy, and repeated healthy thought patterns that can begin to reshape these areas again. The amygdala can become less reactive. The hippocampus can process memories more clearly. The prefrontal cortex can regain strength into regulation. Healing is not just spiritual, it's biological. And this is where biblical worldview becomes so powerful. Scripture has always pointed to the renewal of the mind. Romans 12:2 says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. That word transformed implies change from the inside out, not behavior management, brain level change. 2 Corinthians 10:5 talks about taking our thoughts captive. From a neuroscience perspective, this is about practice of interrupting harmful thought patterns and replacing them with truth. Over time, this literally strengthens new neural pathways. What you repeatedly think about shapes your brain. Isaiah 26:3 says, you will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are stayed on you. Focused attention changes the brain. We see this in studies on prayer, meditation, and stillness. When the mind is anchored, the nervous system begins to regulate. Peace isn't just a feeling, it's a state the brain can learn. So when scripture talks about renewing the mind, fixing our thoughts, and focusing on truth, it's about poetic language. It's aligned with how God heals our brains. Trauma may have shaped parts of your brain, but it does not have to have the final say. God designed the brain with the capacity to change, grow, and restore. Every single time you practice safety, every time you choose truth over fear, every time you slow down, pray, and recenter, you are participating in renewal. This doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen instantly, but steadily over time, your brain can learn that it's safe again. And that's where science and scripture meet. Neuroplasticity shows us the brain can be reshaped, and scripture shows us the mind can be renewed. Healing is not just possible, it was built on how you were designed. God bless you.